Yes, I am the children's literature rep from the VIDA board. So I am in fact going to read from a young adult novel. When I read to young people, I always read from actually published work because I think it's important for them. Many of them have never met an author before to actually see the connection between an author and her book and what that is, to go to the bookshelf and actually pick up something that somebody wrote who you've met. But since you're all adults, I decided to read from a forthcoming book, which is a young adult novel called 37 Things I Love. And it's a random scene from the middle, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the book. My point of view character, her name is Ellis, and she's 15. What the book is really about is that her father is in a coma or like a persistent vegetative state, and she and her mother are trying to decide if they're going to retain life support or remove it. But this scene is actually about a kind of different strand of the story, which is about peer pressure and outgrowing old friendships. And sort of going through the time she's going through with her family, Ellis realizes that she can't rely on the people she thought she could. And so it's a little bit about that. This is from chapter 7, which is entitled, actually the book is 37 chapters and each one is one thing she loves. And this is number 7, Abby, for better or worse, my best friend. Abby enters the door swaddled from neck to ankles in her fluffy yellow bathrobe, her face a Cheshire grin. Right away, I know I've misjudged what this sleepover will entail. Shit, I didn't think this through. Abby's mom is lying on the sofa with her feet in Abby's dad's lap, and they're watching TV. Hi, girls, Mrs. Duncan calls as we snake past them through the living room. Hi, Mrs. Duncan. I smile. She blows me a kiss over the back of the sofa. It lands exactly on my cheek. Nice. Don't bother us, Abby grunts, unnecessarily. Her parents are sharing a bottle of red wine and a platter of sun chips and carrot sticks. Before the clock hits double digits, they'll both be zonked out and snoring in those exact spots. Comfortable. My mom wants you to call her. Abby disappears down the hall, but I linger in the living room. The quiet warmth calls to me. A sitcom laugh track echoes over us. Mr. Duncan laughs along with it. I'll do that, Mrs. Duncan says. At home or at the station? I shrug. She reaches over the back of the sofa toward me. I drift closer and let her smooth her fingers along the back of my hand. How are you doing, sweetie, she says. Abby pokes out of the hall. Ellis, come on. I'm fine. I duck my head and trail Abby to her room where she slams the door like it means something. Sorry, they're such losers, she mutters. Actually, her parents are kind of cool. I would tell her so, but she won't see it because she'll never know what she has until it's gone, and I know the Duncans well enough to know that for Abby it will never be gone, so it's a point I don't bother to make anymore. Abby locks the bedroom door behind us. My backpack bounces off the edge of her mattress as I toss it toward the bed and turn in time to face the big reveal. Abby peels off her bathrobe the way models shed fur coats at the end of the runway. She doesn't throw it over her shoulder, though. She loses a few style points as she simply tosses it aside. What'd you do to your boobs? Are the first words out of my mouth. Abby beams. Good, right? She's wearing a miniskirt that is all mini and almost no skirt, and a deep V-necked halter featuring seriously impressive cleavage that is not at all representative of Abby's budding B-cups. Yeah, it looks good. What's in there? Abby smirks, spinning with her arms out. Trade secret. Oh, come on, you know you're going to tell me. I flop down on her bed, propped up by a mound of sparkly turquoise throw pillows. First, touch them and tell me if they feel real. Oh, please, I'm sure they're fine. Checking Abby's stuffed boobs for realness is not my idea of fun on a Friday night, but I know I must take steps to stall what's inevitably coming next. Dreading the answer, I ask, who else is going to be touching your boobs tonight anyway? Abby grins in a way that I know all too well, the way that means I should really just have stayed home and wallowed in my various miseries, instead of trying to cheer myself up by joining the land of the living. I don't know yet, she says. I'm hoping maybe Dennis? Oh, great. Dennis? I echo, helpless. No way to elude the drama that's to come. Might as well run headlong into it. Since when? Abby looks in the mirror, adjusting. We walked between 2 classes together yesterday. I dropped a book in the hall and he picked it up and then I was just... She shakes her hands wildly. He's so cute! Uh-huh. If he doesn't take me to the dance, you're gonna have to kill me, she wails. I resist the urge to roll my eyes. Don't say that. Just do it. Come on, feel. She thrusts her chest toward me. Fine. First, I grab my own boobs, which I'm not ashamed to say are fairly generous, for a control group. Reaching forward, I cup hers. Well, they feel... I'm really tempted to lie. Send her back to the drawing board and delay whatever foray into the world of Dennis she's planning. But I'm tired. I don't want to have to sit here trying to come up with better boob ideas. I was doomed the moment I walked in the door, so whatever it is, let it come and let it be over. They feel pretty darn real. What is it? Jell-O jigglers and saran wrap. The image that pops into my mind is Dennis, horny and trying to get past second base, lowering his lips to Abby's chest and coming up with a mouthful of lime gelatin. I cover my laugh with what I hope sounds like an impressed chuckle. Wow, that's creative. Abby pulls her makeup crate out from under the bed as she launches into explaining the genesis of her Jell-O boobs. I dig back into the pillows trying to listen. Her chatter swirls around me, but I only grow heavier and heavier in this spot like I'll never be moved. Abby's craziness usually has the ability to take me out of myself and make me forget stuff, but this is not helping. I randomly point to purple when she asks what color eyeshadow, and she nods like this is an inspired choice. I wish she would just look at me, look at my face, and stop talking long enough to see me, to see that things are not right, that none of this is real and I'm in some other place. Now, what are we going to do about you, she says, raising her eyebrows at me. I'm fine, I say, pretending she's bothered to ask what's wrong. No, she says quietly, and for a second I think it'll be okay to tell her. The jeans are okay, but you at least have to change your shirt, she says. I'm so erased from this place. Abby's talking to a great big blur, and I'm desperate to know why she can't see that. I didn't bring a change of clothes. Everything Abby owns will be too small for me, so she has to let me off the hook. I'm wrong. She throws me a tube of fabric. Could be a skirt, could be a top, but in its unworn state, it resembles one of my pant legs. I can't wear this. Sure you can, it's stretchy. I strip off my t-shirt and tug the silvery tube over my boobs and my belly. It squeezes, but at least it reaches the top of my jeans, hiding all of me inside. A major relief, because I refuse to do bare midriff. I step over to the mirror. My boobs are pushed together in rather a nice way, I think. But then I rethink, and actually the cleavage is kind of overdramatic. I look ridiculous. You look really good, Abby says. I look at her looking at me in the mirror, and I'm tempted not to believe her because she has ulterior motives. But one thing she does not do is lie about when people look good. She can't lie because the jealousy gleams in her eyes, and I can see it, and it lifts me up a little, even though she's prettier than I'll ever be. Thanks, I say. Luckily, my bra is the kind with straps that unhook. I stuff them into my backpack. Then it's like a blade of scissors runs over a ribbon, and the whole of everything curls up inside me, and I can't stand up anymore. I kind of fall onto the bed. I don't want to go out. Abby grabs my arm and pulls. No, we have to go, please, please. I can't. Everything but my eyes is crying, don't make me. But Abby is dressed and ready, and she's put Jell-O in her bra because that's how badly she wants Dennis to touch her boobs, and who am I to stand in the way of that? If Abby believes it to be just another Friday night, maybe at some point the feeling will rub off on me. I climb off the bed and put my best friend face on. Okay, sorry, I'm just really tired. Oh, we won't stay out long, she promises, still gripping my arm. This is a transparent lie, but I shrug and pop Ferris Bueller's Day Off into her DVD player and pump the volume up just high enough so that when her parents wander off to their bedroom later, they'll hear it and think we're in here having fun. Thank you. Abby hugs me, unexpected and strange, her hands on the bare skin of my back and her Jell-O boobs pressing against me. Yeah. I let her hug me, closing my eyes. Maybe underneath it all, she senses I'm having a bad day. Really, she says, grabbing my hands and starting up our old secret BFF handshake, the one we made up together long before boobs and boys and parties. If we could get back there, I think, everything would be okay. Abby grins as her fingertips bounce off each other's. I love ya. I know. I do know. Abby will bribe me with love because somewhere deep she knows it's what I crave, and I'll go with her because, damn it, that's what craving makes you do.